Hello Ronlings. So today is going to be a different one. I've never done this before. I'm going to sleep under the stars, au naturel. Well, not me, au natural, that would be wrong, but I believe they call it cowboy style. Yeah, oh yes. I'm going to sleep under the stars. I've never done it before, because simple reason is I just don't want to. It grosses me out a little bit because of all the bugs, and when you're sneaking into a woods, all the bugs and stuff all crawling over you. And my worst hate is the slugs. We have all different types of ones, like tiny ones like that, huge ones, crawling over you, messing up all your stuff, and it just doesn't appeal to me. But on the other hand, it's kind of, I'm very curious about it, and my mind keeps going back to it and thinking, well, let me try. Well, it's quite, because I love the idea of just lying there looking up the stars. So I'm going to give it a go. So the only thing I bought to prepare myself, I'll show you later, is a Headnet, stop things crawling in cavities, which is just sensible. And I'm going to put, because of the on and off rain today, it's pretty miserable, and it's been raining a bit on and off, I'm going to put a canopy up. Well, my intentions are, I've no idea how to do it, my intentions are over the side door of the van to put a canopy up and sleep underneath that. So it's not really a van camp, because the van's next to me, because I had to drive it here, it's my only transport. But I'm just going to sleep on the floor in the stars. And to help me ease me into this, I've decided to come to a campsite. I never do campsites. I always do stealth because I can't afford campsites all the time, but I have been to this one on this channel a couple of times before for various reasons. I had to, so I decided to do that in the hope that the grass will decrease the buggage, and I will enjoy it more. So yeah, I know, a bit wimpy, but as I always say, should be my catchphrase, it's all about the fun, and if it's not fun, I ain't doing it. Ooh, get her. So there you have it. That's what I'm going to do. That's what's happening. I mean, as far as campsites go, it's not a bad one. This campsite's two fields really, split down the middle of the road. You drive in on the road and you turn left or right to go into whatever field. And that side of the field's got quite a few campers in it, but this one's only got one camper. It's completely empty. Look at this. Woohee! I'm under the shade. So I managed to rig up a shelter outside the van. So this is going to be my roof, although it was quite taut when I first did it. For some reason it's moving around, not really sure why. I think that guy rope needs to go more that way. But anyway, so that pole was easy. I just shoved it in there. I had no way of tying it to the top. I wanted to be able to shut the door at some point. So this is like behind the hinges, so I can still shut the door, and it's the hinges that are keeping it in, pulling it taut, that are keeping it in. And same for this one over here. I just stuck another pole up there, jammed it behind there, and tied it to the wing mirror. There's no wind, so it's not going to pull on it hard. So another pole at the other end, and that's gone into the tree there somewhere. And then this one is the only one with the guy. I might have been able to get the still got it. I might have been able to get the guy into the tree because it's quite long, but I was just thinking pegging it down, and it was only an afterthought to chuck it in the tree. So I probably could have done the other one in the tree, it would have been more sturdy, but hey, I've done it now. There's no wind, so I've got nothing to worry about it blowing down or anything. There's a gentle breeze, there's no wind, so that's good. I'm pleased with that. That's my so my bed is going to be tonight down there underneath. Yeah. So the reason there's a dog in the background is because my daughter's here at the moment. She's to spend a couple of hours here with me. Whenever I go to a campsite, the whole family descends on top of me. So she's here at the moment, and but she's going home this evening because she's not staying over. Also, my partner and her daughter might be popping in later, so everyone's coming around. Anyway, so just in case you see him in the background, who's that wandering around? Yeah, it'll be one. So what I'm gonna have tonight is my Firebox. I've only used it once. I called it a Firebox. I've no idea what their real name is. So you just whop it out. This was an Amazon. No, this was a Temu actually. Pretty sure this was you know what, I can't remember. I used it once before, so have a look at that video there. I'll tell you where I got it from. The reason I can't really remember because I haven't used it a lot. I used it, there we go, I used it once. The last time I used it, I've used this once so far. The last time I used it, oh great, the last time I used it, I brought it over, set it up, I had the food with me. No, sorry, I brought it out, I had the wood with me, I got it all fire going, and then when I went to get my food, I forgot to bring it. So I ended up just chucking all my kindling in there, and it just ended up being a fire for the evening. So I used it once, and that one time I didn't do anything on it. I just literally just had a fire. It's a neat little thing. This thing is pointless because when you open the door, you've obviously got to hold on to the ring. Well, when the fire's going, you can't touch the ring. It's burning hot. You've got to have some sort of fireproof gloves or something. It's pointless. But you know, I didn't use this. That's why it's pristine, because I didn't actually cook anything on it because I forgot my food. But yeah, and if nothing else, it's a nice little contained fire. Even if you don't want to cook something, you just fancy sitting around a fire, it contains it nicely and doesn't allow it to burn. You just chuck kindling into it instead of big logs, and just does a nice little cute little fire, and you don't have to cook with it. So that's going to happen tonight, and they're going to cook marshmallows on it apparently. The only bit of kit I bought for my cowboy style tonight is the Headnet. As I say, I'm not bothering with a bivvy because my canopy, I'm hoping will do that job. That was me supposed to be showing you the canopy. So I bought this. Oh, you know what, I'm going to move you because the light's really bad. Right, so I bought that. It's a Headnet. Because that's the only thing that concerns me about, obviously I don't want to get wet, but I've got the canopy for that. The only thing that concerns me is about bugs and stuff crawling in my ears and mouth and what have you. So I'm gonna, that's how I'm gonna look when I'm sleeping tonight. Perhaps not that tight when I'm sleeping tonight, because then I don't care. They can try and get in, and hopefully they can't. I'll tuck my hair in because it seems to be sticking out, because that sort of defeats the object a bit. But yeah, that's me. This is me tonight. Yeah, baby. That's the only thing I'm worried about. So as far as I'm concerned, once I've got that in, job's a good one.
Oh, flame! Ooh, cool.
Right, so that's them gone. They've had their fill of the old marshmallows in the fire, and they've all slinged the rook. My daughter's gone now, so I can finally. I think I'm starting to sound like I'm pleased that they've gone. I didn't mean like that, you know. But finally, I can enjoy myself. But you know, it was about sleeping outside tonight, so I'm going to keep this fire going. So I've got plenty of kindling left. Keep the fire going for a bit longer, keep warm. The temperature just plummeted, absolutely plummeted. As soon as the sun was getting weaker, the temperature difference was amazing. When it eventually went down, oh my god, just suddenly really dropped. It's amazing. So this fire has been a welcome addition. So I'll sit here, play on my phone for a bit. Either when the wood's gone or I've just had enough, I shall set my bed up out here. And I took the canopy down. I don't know if I've mentioned that already, but I took the canopy down because it was the sort of, where as the evening went on, it was like the weather was like more windy. I didn't want to say it was windy constantly, but it would suddenly just flare up and suddenly boof, wind just suddenly ripped through everywhere, and the canopy was flapping around, and it came off a few times, and I retied it again, and I tied it a bit stronger, and then it sort of calmed down. I thought, oh, what was that all about? And then suddenly woof, another gust, and it's been kind of like that. So I took it down. So now I run the risk of getting wet, because I mean, it hasn't rained since I've been here, but before that it was raining on and off yesterday and today. So I keep feeling the odd spot every so often. I'm thinking, oh, here we go. Oh no, it hasn't amounted to anything. So I've taken it down because it's just not going to stay up. As we speak, another gust just come through. Not strong. So I'm just going to have to risk it for a biscuit. I'm going to have to just lay out here under the stars, and I'm just going to have to, you know, hope I don't get wet. I haven't got a bivvy on purpose. Didn't want to bother spending that for something that I may never do again. The hairnet was quite cheap, the face net was quite cheap, and quite happy to spend on that. And you know, who doesn't want a bug crawling in their ear? So we'll see how it goes. There's part of me that's kind of quite excited about the not knowing and wondering how it's going to go and stuff, and there's obviously part of me that's a bit sort of, ooh, how's this going to go? But you know, I've got a nice bit of ground, semi-sheltered by the van, and unfortunately there's not it's a really cloudy night, so I can't sit under the stars, which is something I really wanted. You know, so it's part of sleeping outside was to be able to look up at the stars, but it's you know, it's really cloudy, so I haven't got that part. We'll see how it goes. You know, I'm enjoying myself so far, so we'll see how it goes. Right, so my fire's died down. I still get off a nice little bit of heat. There's my bed set up. All ready to go. I can lie next to there. There's quite a bit of heat coming off that still. I can lie next to there while that dies down. I need to get my hairnet on, which you've already seen, so don't need to show you that. And I'll get cracking. It's nice. It's a bit blustery, the odd blustery wind, but yeah, that's not bad. Chuck the old. Got the OEX Leviathan. I didn't bring my Rab 900, which probably might have been a bit better. I don't know, it's not freezing out here. Let's see how that goes. I have got a much warmer sleeping bag, but as I say, it's quite big and bulky, so I don't I've stopped storing it in the camper because it's got small lockers underneath, and it's really big and bulky to store under there, so I've stopped storing it there. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. It's a bit blustery, but the OEX should be enough. It's not full on winter, so there's nothing else to say but good night, and I'll get cracking on the old sleepy noddy blinkums. See you in the morning. Good morning. So I've So about must have been about 3 o'clock this morning, it started chucking it down with rain, and I had no shelter. I had to take it down. It's still raining now. It's like a fine spray. It's not like really coming heavy, but it's like a fine spray. So I quickly dived in the van and had to spend half the night, well, from about 3 in the morning in the van. There was nothing to film. It was pitch black. I couldn't see anything. So it kind of failed, really. It was too windy to have the shelter, so I couldn't stay under the shelter. And it obviously started raining, and I hadn't got, even if I had a bivvy, the bivvy is irrelevant. I still would have, you know, your head's poking out of the top of a bivvy, and you see you're still getting it wet, and then that would mean probably one of those hooped bivvies that you get inside. Well, that's the tent again. So that was not, my goal was to sleep out under the stars, but the lovely British weather made sure that wasn't going to happen. So it failed. I mean, I because it was windy, I had trouble getting off. I went straight to sleep. I was quite tired. I went straight to sleep, but it kept doing these blustery gusts. You know, it died down, then woof, and then I woke up every time I did that, and then it would die down again. I'd drift off, and then woof, and I woke up again. So it was I wasn't getting much sleep anyway, but I wasn't uncomfortable or anything, so you know, kind of it didn't really matter per se. And then but then yeah, it started to rain. I could just about hear it on the roof. It's like a fine spray. I don't think there's any point in filming that, because it wouldn't come up on camera, because it's not heavy enough. It's just it's constant sort of light spray. Yeah, so that failed, really. As I say, about, I don't know exactly when, but it's something like 2 or 3 in the morning. I did look at the time, but I just cannot remember now, because I crawled straight into bed and went back to sleep again. Yeah, so it failed, and because it failed, I need to do it again. I want a night out under the stars. And that was the other thing, I couldn't even see the stars either, because it was so cloudy, because the weather's miserable. Oh, don't know if you can pick that up. It's getting heavier on the roof of the van. So yeah, that was disappointing. I got a sense of what it would be like, but I really need to come back and do this again, because I want mine now I've started to do it. I want my night out on the stars. I want under the stars. I want to try it. I was a bit apprehensive at first, but now I've sort of started doing it. I really want to do it. It's getting heavier and heavier as I'm speaking. Don't know if you can pick that up, but yeah, so failed, but I mean, I really enjoyed it though. You know, failure isn't necessary. I don't know. I don't really like the word fail. As I said this before, I use the word fail because it's want of a better word, but I don't think there is such a thing as a fail, because even if you pack up and go home, I presume you were enjoying it up to that point. So even if you went home, you still come away with an experience and an enjoyment. So I don't really believe in the word fail, like, because you know, my goal is to enjoy myself. So that's the only goal I have when I go camping, is enjoyment. So if I have to stop at some point and go home, I've had fun up to that point and gone home. So what? You know, I'm still enjoyed it. So, you know, that's not really a failure. I don't believe in it being a failure. I believe in it just another nice night out, and it's just shorter than you were expected. That's not a fail. That's you know, there's no rules. There's no rules to camping. You don't have to do this and this. You can do whatever you like. It's your life, and it's your enjoyment, and it's your hobby. You can do whatever the hell you want, and it doesn't really matter if other people have an opinion that say, oh, you're rubbish at this, you're useless at that, because who cares? It's just for enjoyment, and what other people's opinion don't matter, only your own. But yeah, I'm gonna try it again. I don't know when, but I will try it again. I've got a new tent coming, so I think my next camp is going to be with the new tent, because of something I've been dying for to get hold of for ages, and hopefully that'll be coming soon. It's on its way, and that'll be my next camp. So probably won't be the next one I'll be doing, but later on I will try this again. Anyway, I'll finish the coffee, and I need to get off, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.